All right, guys, welcome to another episode of Smash CM from the car. So, friend of the channel, friend of mine, Smash JT, made a video called Why You're Failing at YouTube. I'll leave a link down below in case you guys want to check out the video. And you know, Smash sometimes says some very controversial things, and in this video I took exception to kind of two things that he said.
Capture your audience. And if you're a smaller channel watching this video being like, I don't care about my subscribers, I don't care about mine, I do it for fun. Okay, great. But more often than not, people say that as an excuse for their failure.
The first thing is that if you get on YouTube, you must, oh God, you want to be 1 million subscribers and you want to have 1 million views and be rich. And, you know, I'm sure there's people out there that get on YouTube and think I'm going to make 3 or 4 videos and people are going to love me because I'm so charismatic and I'll be in PewDiePie territory in no time. Well, we all know it doesn't work that way, okay? But there are people on YouTube that just do this for a hobby. I am very happy with my subscriber count. I love all my subscribers. I feel that I'm accessible to my subscribers. I'd like to get to 5,000, that's sort of the magic number, but I wouldn't feel like I failed at YouTube, which is kind of subjective in its own right. But I wouldn't feel that I failed at YouTube if I was stuck at 4,999 subscribers, because I truly do YouTube as a hobby. I've got a full-time job, it's a state job, pays the bills, medical, dental, retirement, you know, all of that stuff. So I don't need daddy Google or mommy YouTube to pay my bills for me. But I don't know, I just kind of took exception to that because I'm not the kind of person that's going to do YouTube. I'm not trying to make a career out of YouTube. I got into YouTube, you know, 5-6 years ago, and it was awesome because the community was there. Now the community is fractured. And I've been thinking about making a video on that and why the community is fractured, but just sticking on point with what Smash JT said, I don't agree with that at all. And the second thing that Jeff said, I'll just put the clip right here.
It's just repetitive and unnecessary and boring. Like weekly pickup videos. I know there's an audience for it, but God, like it's so generic. It's not content. Like
pickup videos are generic and not even content. You know, I kind of take exception to that because that's the main crux of my YouTube channel. I like sharing with the community. I like pickup videos. I learn a lot from watching pickup videos. You know, recommendations, maybe a game that I forgot that I had when I was a kid, like, oh damn, I had that. What people are picking up, especially for, you know, for like resale purposes, because I watch a lot of Shad Juice and stuff like that. But I think there is a lot of value in pickup videos. And to be honest, like I said, I think Jeff is very foolish and somewhat ignorant to say that, because I've gotten more useful information from pickup videos than I have YouTube drama videos. I don't give a damn about Tipster or Destiny FOMO or any of these other people, but a good pickup video where I learn some stuff and you know, get to see some gameplay maybe, you know, I love that kind of stuff. And really that's all that I watch on YouTube, other than, you know, my reselling channels and live streams and whatnot. But I don't understand where Jeff was coming from when he said that. So maybe if he sees this, he can explain himself a little bit more, because I think that came off wrong. And I think that sends the wrong message. And I think that a lot of his viewers that do pickup videos, a lot of his subscribers that also make pickup videos, I think that they may have felt like they were slapped in the face by somebody that they like and respect on YouTube. So hopefully Jeff takes the opportunity to sort of clear that up a little bit. The last thing that I kind of want to run by you guys, you know, leave comments down below for sure. I think this is discussion worthy, but I think there's sort of 3 parts to YouTube. There are the people that kind of do this as a hobby. You know, if you grow your channel, that's great. Meet some people that you can hang out with on YouTube via live streams or in your personal life. That's awesome. So there's sort of the hobbyist side of it. Then there's the business side of it, where once I reach a certain amount, I'm gonna have Patreon, and I'm gonna do all those things that I can do to generate revenue, because now YouTube is a business. I don't think YouTube should be used that way, but whatever. Again, daddy Google and mommy YouTube take care of you. I guess that's your own thing. It's sort of it's like the internet equivalent to living in your mom and dad's basement, you know, when you're 30, 40 years old. It's just sort of I don't know, I feel it's a lame thing to do, especially when you start, not necessarily when you're doing ad revenue, because that's sort of what YouTube and Google want you to do. But when you start adding in PO boxes and paywalls and Patreons and all of that stuff, then I think you're starting to take advantage of people, and that's a bad business practice. And then the third side is sort of this drama, I'm a news channel side, right? Smash JT is not a news channel. Tipster is not a news channel. They're reciting what they heard a real news channel say, or something that happened on Twitter. They're just reciting what happened on a social media site. And until they show me, you know, journalism degrees, or where they did their fucking internships, you know, in broadcasting, they went down to the local sports station, you know, and put in, you know, 2 weekends a month or whatever it is. They're not news channels, and they shouldn't be treated as such. So yeah, I don't know, just let me know what you guys think. Leave a comment down below. This is a little bit different than the commentary that I usually make, but yeah, I think there's value in having these types of conversations. So I look forward to seeing what you guys say. Let's do some pickups, man. That's what we're here for.
I went to an all-boys high school, so I didn't date at all. And
Lie detector test determined that was a lie.
All right, I'm kidding. I love Jeff. Jeff's a good dude. So, oh, I'm sorry. We were supposed to be generic and not making content. The content of my content is content on your content as you're watching my content. You understand what I'm saying? So, this is real. You're watching a real video right now. This isn't like a figment of your imagination. Aliens didn't plant this into your brain. The government didn't put a chip in you, and it's now recalling this like the Matrix or something. But I went to Maxine's Bargain Box, and I got some really good stuff. And I thought, you know, in light of this video about, you know, Jeff making this video on how he feels about pickup videos, essentially, I thought I'd show you some really awesome stuff that I picked up. These really awesome Nintendo games that I got at Maxine's Bargain Box. Like I said, I just went in there to grab a GameCube controller and Wii hookups. I swear to God, that's all I went in there for, so I could sell some consoles. And I walked out with 3 very rare Nintendo games. So what happened was, somebody that we know in the community offloaded some of their higher-end GameCube stuff, Nintendo stuff, some Super Nintendo stuff to Maxine's Bargain Box, and I just happened to be in there as this was put out 6/29 of 2020. So this is August 2nd. So it was put out like a couple days ago. It's talking about gamer logic, man. So I don't know if you've seen a pickup video yet, but I bought a box of Wii stuff, and I sold the games, made my money back, you know, a couple times over, and I had this Wii sitting around, so I sold it for like $70. Okay, well, they had Felix the Cat for $70. So gamer logic, I'm like, well, hey, I'm basically just trading the Wii that was sitting around doing nothing. I traded it for a rare Nintendo game, a Nintendo tape. So yeah, so for $70, we figured, yeah, we traded a Wii for a Nintendo game, a rare Nintendo game, which was cool. But it gets worse. I saw this, and this was kind of the first thing I saw on the shelf, and I knew that it was coming home with me. They had Contra Force for $100, and it has the manual. So I was really interested in it at that point for $100. So I had $60 in trade credit. So now we've knocked this bad boy down to $40, which any of you would be happy to pay $40 for Contra Force with the manual any day. But earlier that day, I sold a GameCube for $70. Another thing that's been sitting around here for a while that wasn't doing anything. Just a, you know, a standard console and controller and stuff like that. So for $40, I sold the GameCube for $70. We're still plus 30. So we got rid of a Wii and a GameCube, and we got Contra Force and Felix the Cat. So I think that was a good investment. How about that? A good choice. I saw this game. This is the worst part of gamer logic, when you start to or try and reason with yourself, and you go, you know, well, I'll never get a chance at this price, and well, you know, I've been doing good on the eBay store, and I saved a bunch of money for conventions, and now we're not having conventions, but I'll never find this game again, even though I'm never gonna play it. I'll never find this game again for this price. I got it for $145 essentially, because he gave me some freebies, some Wii stuff, and a copy of Mafia 3 and whatnot for Xbox One, but for $145. Now, we still had 30 left over from the GameCube sale, so about $115 is what we have into Jetson's Cogswell's Caper, a late release Taito game, if I understand correctly, on the Nintendo. Yeah, pretty amazing stuff, and I'm happy that you guys could check that out and maybe, you know, leave a comment about what transpired earlier in the video. But I like pickup videos. I guess for the final time I'll go through this. I like watching pickup videos. I like to see what you guys are picking up. I like to hear about your successes, your near misses, all the rare stuff you find, all the great sales that you make. I find it very informative for me. Again, learn about new games, games that I've forgotten about, games that I should be on the lookout for as far as reselling and stuff like that. But anyway, guys, I wanted to end this on a high note. Man, I'm really happy to have these 3 awesome Nintendo games in the collection. So thank you so much for watching. Take care of yourselves, and we will see you on the next one.